It's the battle for worldwide ninja supremacy, featuring the top athletes from around the world.
We have more grand champions, more amazing competitors this year than any other year on USA vs. the World, and I think it's just going to add to that level of competition.
Tonight, the home team tries to defend its title.
Team USA takes home the title for the second year in a row.
We are the team to beat. I believe that the other countries are hungry. They're going to come out guns blazing, ready to take us down.
But the challenge will be greater than ever. For the first time, 3 teams are gunning for their crowns.
We've lost 2 years in a row, and we want to get back on top.
Team Europe are the world champions.
Last year, we were just happy to be here, but this year, we want to win it all.
We've got a new superstar, man.
Asia. Team Asia is unbeatable. We will definitely win.
The war will be waged on all 4 legendary stages of Mount Midoriyama, with the final 2 teams racing side by side up the 80-foot tower to claim the crown.
Unbelievable!
There's a pretty big chance that Team USA is going to take home the victory.
Whoa! Oh my!
Realmente más allá.
It's more than just a competition. It's a chance to prove that we can compete with the best.
Yes! Yes!
We really want to get the trophy back to Europe.
Oh my goodness!
This is going to be amazing.
Welcome to Las Vegas, where tonight we're battling for global ninja bragging rights. It's American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Hello, everyone, and thanks for being with us once again as we take on the world. I'm Matt Eisman.
And I'm Akbar Bajabiamila. Matt, this is our 5th year of this international competition, and it just keeps getting bigger.
That's right. This year, we're adding a 4th team. We'll see athletes from Asia, Europe, Latin America, and the USA competing on the brutal obstacle courses right here at Mount Midoriyama.
Ooh, and Matt, with 4 teams at play, the competition will work differently this time around.
Here's how the scoring will work tonight. There are 2 heats on stage 1 and 2. 1 athlete from each team will run. Whoever gets the farthest, the fastest, gets 3 points. Second place in your heat gets you 2 points. Third gets 1 point. Only the 3 highest scoring teams advance to stage 3. And then the final 2 teams move on to stage 4, where they'll have a climb up. Whoever gets to the top first takes home the title. The competition starts on stage 1. For a look at the course, let's go down to Christine Leahy.
Thanks, Matt. Stage 1 consists of 8 brutal obstacles. It all starts with the agility test of Snake Run. Then it's a jump to the propeller bar where they'll grab the rope and swing to safety. Then it's Double Dipper. Athletes slide the bar down the track, then release and catch a second bar. That leads into the Jumping Spider. Competitors have to jump off the mini tramp, land in the chute, and work their way to the other side. That's followed by Parkour Run. 5 angled steps, then a jump to a rope. The 6th obstacle is the iconic Warped Wall, but here in Vegas, it's a shorter, curved run-up, making it more difficult. That's followed by the dangerous balance obstacle, the Domino Pipes. Then it's the Flying Squirrel. Athletes will have to swing through 2 sets of handles to the cargo net and climb to the top. Whoever gets the furthest the fastest wins points for their team. Guys?
Thanks, Christine. Well, the American team has to be considered the favorites. They've won the last 2 years and have another strong team. They're captained by the man who went farther than anyone in the regular season, Joe Moravsky, along with 2 other athletes who made it to stage 3 this year, the Papal Ninja Sean Bryan and the Phoenix Najee Richardson. Plus, last year's captain, one of the fastest ninjas in history, Drew Dreschel. And Moravsky's heading to the start line for this first heat. The Weatherman will be leading it off for Team USA. He'll be followed by a new face for Team Europe, Osser Eiriksfoss. Then it's another rookie, Vietnam's Thuc Le, who'll be running for Team Asia. And Latin America will start with Venezuela's Carl Foe. But stepping up first is the Connecticut meteorologist Joe Moravsky. He's already had a big year in ninja competition, and he's hoping to lead Team USA to another victory.
You know Moravsky's gonna go fast. He always does.
Season 9 was the best season I've ever had.
Yes! And Joe Moravsky's going back to stage 3.
All right, he's on. He's on. Oh, no!
Of course, I'm disappointed I didn't beat the whole thing, but at the same time, you can't be upset about going furthest in the country. I can't help but smile. I've been on a roller coaster this year. We found out we're pregnant. Really excited. We had Emily, now we're having this boy. And we just bought a new house in Monroe, Connecticut, and it's beautiful. I'm very blessed to have this opportunity to be on the team for a 3rd year. And man, I just don't want to waste the moment.
The weatherman delivers big when Team USA needed it.
Listen, it's going to be a really tough competition this year. These other teams, they're flying in from all over the world. You know, there's no way they're not going to come out here and give 500% to this competition.
Leading it off is Moravsky.
As the very first runner out of the whole competition, I have the opportunity to set the bar. I want to put the pressure on. I want to show these people that Joe Moravsky is electric.
Well, he is barreling through this course.
I've led my team to victory before, and I'm ready to do it again.
Joe Moravsky looking to set the bar high. Has the fastest time ever for an American on stage 1.
He said he's gonna go all out.
Whoa! And just sprints through Snake Run, and a great bounce onto the propeller bar and right onto the rope.
He's not playing it safe.
Now the double dipper.
This weatherman likes to go fast.
Loves competition.
I'm talking about that hurricane speed.
Come on!
Category 5. Whoa,
What a save by Moravsky.
That was almost a natural disaster.
And he's through 4 obstacles in just 25 seconds. Are you kidding me? That's faster than anyone we saw in the national finals, and right onto parkour run.
And he's gonna skip the rope and jump to the landing.
Joe Moravsky, a little stumble on the jumping spider. Otherwise, he is flawless and he is fast. And he gets right up the rope wall.
I don't know how any of these other teams can top this. This is an all-out sprint.
Watch the foot placement here on the domino pipes. Fatigue can set in, a misstep here, and you can end up in the water.
All right, here we go. Go fast. Hot feet. Keep your feet hot, just like the way.
No!
Moravsky?
Just what we talked about on the final pipe. Joe Moravsky, the speed catches up to him, and in a rare misstep, the weatherman is wet.
Take a look at his feet here. He hits the first 3 pipes perfectly, but oversteps on the 4th and barely skims it with his heel. And he just couldn't save it. That leaves the door open for these other teams.
Joe Moravsky, a blinding pace, but can't maintain it. He's standing by with Christine.
Joe, you were flying through that course, and you made me a little nervous there on the jumping spider. You kind of slipped a little bit. Were you nervous about that?
You know, not really, because I've trained this since season 5, and I know that in order to do it properly, you got to hit all 4 limbs at the same time. And so, even if 2 fail, you should still be able to hold on. So I was able to do that, just kept moving.
You made it through domino pipes in the regular season. Tonight, you fell down on it. Is it because you were going too fast?
Yeah, you know what? Maybe another 5-10 seconds would have been nice. You know, it's the saying is, if you're pumped out, whether it's your arms or legs, you need to give them a break. Sometimes you lose that precision. That's what happened. Took a pretty big fall, still kind of hurting from it, but it was fine.
All right, Joe, we'll have to see if you made it far enough, fast enough to get the points for your team. Good luck.
Thanks.
Guys.
Tonight, it's gonna be a battle as we bring together the best ninjas from around the world. Oscar Eiriksfoss is the greatest athlete in his entire country, but it's a nation unlike any other, tucked away in the middle of the North Atlantic.
More sheep than people.
Plus, Thuc Le is the first athlete in this competition from Vietnam, and he's been dominating international competition.
Thuc is a monster. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with.
From Colombia comes Latin American rookie Sebastian Prieto. Only 5'4", he's one of the best climbers in the world.
This year, Latin America comes with all its strength to win.
Plus, an all-star group of Americans, including the real-life ninja Drew Dreschel. Plus, new team members, the Papal Ninja, Sean Bryan, and the Flying Phoenix, Najee Richardson.
Team USA is going to take the trophy home again.
Who will be the hero? on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to American Ninja Warriors USA versus the world competition. You've probably seen your favorite ninjas and ninja fans wearing official American Ninja Warrior merchandise. Well, you can be part of Ninja Nation too. To get your t-shirt or other merchandise, just go to NBCstore.com. And on the course, we're up to a surprising start as one of America's best. Joe Moronsky did not make it to the buzzer minutes ago, so this first heat is wide open. And up next is one of our new faces for Team Europe. This is Össur Eiríksfoss, and he can confidently claim he's the greatest athlete in his entire country. And that country is one of the most picturesque spots on the planet, the Faroe Islands. It's part of Denmark, way up in the North Atlantic.
Faroe Islands is a small place. 18 small islands in the North Atlantic Ocean between Norway and Iceland and Scotland. I think there's about 60,000 sheep and 50,000 people, so more sheep than people. On beautiful days, there's a lot to do. We can go climbing, we go cliff diving. I started gymnastics when I was 9 years old. I got the opportunity to go to the European and World Championships to compete against the best gymnasts in the world. So I competed at the Danish Team Ninja Warrior. I did pretty good. I set the course record. Then our team won. Being part of Team Europe is definitely a big opportunity to represent the Faroe Islands on a really, really big stage. With my help, Team Europe, they're gonna win.
Coming from such a small country, you have to wonder if he's ready for the bright lights and the pressure of this competition.
Well, he is an elite gymnast, was on the Faroe Islands and the Danish national team. Team Europe really counting on him. Now, to move ahead of Moronsky, he'll need to get past the warped wall in under 42 seconds. Eiríksfoss, a good start, a confident start there.
Ooh, I like the hustle out of Össur.
Unlike Moronsky, he's never seen any of these stage 1 obstacles before, and this next one, the double dipper, can be especially tricky.
This is where that gymnastics background should help. He's a vaulter. Nice!
He's got it. I like the confidence out of this 27-year-old. Whoa! Whoa! The man from the Faroe Islands splashing down, and Europe wasting a great opportunity.
Man, he had a good jump, went deep into the chute, but his right foot is way out in front of his left, and he couldn't hold it. I think that's just inexperience on these obstacles.
Yeah, he did a really good job there.
Disappointing start for the Europeans, but now we'll get our first look at Team Asia. They're made up of Ninja Warrior superstars from all across the Asian continent. Tomohiro Kawaguchi has reached stage 4 in Sasuke, Japan's version of Ninja Warrior, and competed in this event in 2016.
Woo! Big skip!
2 years ago, we lost against America. This year, we have one goal: bring the trophy back where it belongs.
Yusuke Morimoto also returns. 4 years ago, he became the first competitor ever to conquer stage 3 on American soil. Morimoto approaching history, and he's done it! And then returned home and became the youngest athlete to achieve total victory.
I cleared all stages in Sasuke, and it was a dream come true. I'm stronger than ever, and so is Team Asia.
They're joined by 2 new teammates from the islands of Indonesia. Joshua Zuluku was the breakout star from the 2nd season of his country's Ninja Warrior competition, getting all the way to stage 4. And there's a buzz at this competition about 26-year-old Thut Le from Hanoi, Vietnam. He's been dominating the international circuit, and he's ready to test himself against the best in the world. He completed all 4 stages on Vietnam's version of Ninja Warrior.
Look is a monster. I've seen him on the Vietnam Ninja Warrior, and I know that he's definitely a force to be reckoned with.
After achieving total victory, the biggest impact is on my family. They're very happy and proud of me. I want to be a motivation for my son to practice and become a ninja like me when he grows up. I want my son to be strong like me. When I got the news I could compete in America representing Vietnam, I was very proud. I feel like a new door has opened for me to attain the dream of winning the team title in America. I am grateful for this opportunity, and I think I can win the championship.
Here is Thuc Le ready to make his ninja debut. Only a handful of athletes around the world have ever completed all 4 stages, and this guy did just that in the Sasuke Vietnam competition.
That's right. He beat many of the top American ninjas who went to compete in Asia this year. They say you got to watch out for this guy.
And Thuc Le seems to be really going out with an aggressive pace.
Yeah, he is. He's coming out strong. This guy could be a new star.
But his teammates are actually telling him to slow down. There's no need to go for broke. He can take his time and just try to get farther down the course. Ooh, makes the grab.
Thuc Le is down. Are you kidding me? The pressure is real here. I thought he had it. He makes a clean move to the second bar with no problem. But as he neared the landing pad, his fingers just peeled right off.
It's okay. And it's another missed opportunity to take charge in this first heat. Coming up, last year they were ninja newbies.
Oh, hold on.
But this year, Team Latin America is ready to make some noise.
We've been training in obstacles all year, and now we're here to show the world that we're the best ninjas.
This revamped team takes the course next on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to American Ninja Warriors USA versus the world competition. Last year, we got our first glimpse of Team Latin America. They're making a statement early. This group of top athletes from Central and South America had little ninja experience, but held their own against the USA and Europe.
Whoa, that's a big move.
This year, they've got their top guys back and have added 2 of the leading climbers in the world. So they're even stronger. And right now, their captain, Danny Marmolejo, is down with Christine.
Thanks, Matt. Danny, last year your team was brand new to obstacles, and this year I heard you guys have been practicing. Do you feel like Team Latin America kind of caught the Ninja Warrior bug?
Definitely. Last year we were super rookies at this. First year we didn't know about the obstacles or what to train, but we already have the knowledge, and yeah, we'll spend the last year training, and I think we're better at it.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Chrissy.
Guys, back to you.
Well, leading it off for Team Latin America here on stage 1 will be Carl Fo. He's a professional free runner from Caracas, Venezuela, a country that is going through some very hard times right now, causing Fo to make some big changes in his life. Now the upper body will be tested. Hold on!
Last year on Ninja Warrior, I didn't feel like I was at my best capacity. Since I was still living in Venezuela, I didn't have access to good nutrition. In order to eat, I had to stand in long lines, and that was very stressful and affected my body. The situation in Venezuela has gotten even worse. The economy has completely collapsed. The food shortages, protests, clashes with the police have all gotten worse.
Actualmente hay gente muriendo de hambre en la calle y tal, comiendo de la basura constantemente.
There are people dying of hunger in the street, eating from garbage cans.
Totalmente el caos.
It's total chaos.
Pues sí, el año
Last
pasado
year, after competing on USA versus the world, my wife and I decided we're not going back. My wife is Spanish, so we decided on Madrid. She went ahead of me, and I went a few months later.
When I was waiting for him at the airport, there were so many things going through my mind, and I was shaking. When I saw him, it was an incredible relief. I cried and everything.
Even though I have only been here for a few months, I feel like I'm home. I felt there was a hole in me and I filled it up again. I feel a lot stronger. I love Madrid, but I can never forget Latin America. It's where I come from and I'm always thinking about it. And I'm gonna try to give that community as much help as I can. I hope I can keep inspiring all those kids and people that would like to participate.
In American Ninja Warrior.
And running last, Bo has the advantage of knowing what he needs to do. If he gets past the domino pipes, he'll win the heat and 3 points for Latin America.
Ooh, that's a free runner.
This is the obstacle that took him out last year, the propeller bar.
Big-time athletes step up in big-time moments. Go get that. Ooh, nice.
And he's done it.
Now he can let it go and let it flow.
But Foe is taking his time here as he's getting ready for the double dipper. It's a gamble. He's banking on the fact that he can get far on this course. And with that, he moves past Thug Lay, so he's guaranteed 1 point. And if he can get past the jumping spider here, he'll move past Irix Voss and earn 2 points. And he gets in.
He gets in. He's not done yet.
And the confidence seems to be building for Foe. It is a hot, dry night. Dusty in the air. That traction could be a problem. Perfect.
Yeah, okay, he feels it. He now knows he got some points on the board.
Well, now he can just set his sights on winning this. He just has to do better than Joe Moravsky, who fell on the domino pipes.
And Parkour Run plays to his strength. He's a parkour guy. Oh.
And he's just going to skip the rope and jump.
I hope he's got boosties. Got it. All right, he's a free runner. That counts.
First time trying the warp wall, and wow, no problem. Now all he has to do is get past this next obstacle, the domino pipes, and he wins the heat. That's the advantage of running later. You know what you have to do to try to get points. Moravsky just sitting and watching.
Last year, coming out of Venezuela, he wasn't able to train or eat right. But this is the real Carl Foe.
This would be huge. Oh, yes! And he's done it! Carl Foe wins the first heat for Team Latin America. They'll get 3 points, and Joe Moravsky and Team USA will have to settle for 2. And you can see the frustration on Moravsky's face.
Yeah, shaking his head like, all right, that's my bad. Foe's not done, though. He's going for the glory and trying to hit that buzzer for Venezuela. Oh, Foe, a free runner, understands body movement. He is looking strong.
Looking very strong. And for Foe, who fell twice last season, what a great feeling it's got to be. 1 transition left.
All right, here we go. It's not over until you throw yourself into the net.
Now just has to climb to the buzzer. And Carl Foe's going to be the first Latin American competitor ever to complete a stage in this competition. And dances his way to the buzzer. What a great way for this team to start. Team Latin America, the first buzzer of the night.
Foe went out on the second obstacle last year, but not tonight. He looked strong on every obstacle. His win really shook up this competition. Rumble, young man, rumble.
And he's standing by with Christine.
Carl, congratulations. You did so great out there. Last year you went down a bit earlier. This year you completed the course. How great did that feel?
Bueno, la verdad me siento demasiado emocionado porque sabía que podía hacerlo. Durante estos días me he estado preparando durante todo este tiempo antes de llegar aquí. Y el apoyo de mi familia y mis amigos me ayudaron mucho, mis entrenamientos me sirvieron y a pesar de que estoy compitiendo contra Estados Unidos, Asia y Europa, son atletas muy fuertes, pero soy la máquina Carl Foe.
Congrats.
Thank you so much.
Yes, back to you.
So after our first heat on stage 1, Carl Foe puts Team Latin America in the lead with 3 points. Joe Moravsky picked up 2 points for Team USA. Europe's Özer Irix Voss earned 1 point. Up next, a new batch of Ninja Superstars take the course in Heat 2, including Team Asia's most experienced athlete, Tomohiro Kawaguchi. There is no quitting Tomo, Akbar. And Team USA sends out one of its superstars, Drew Dreschel. He's gonna do it! The real-life ninja! It's all coming up on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. once again to American Ninja Warrior and our USA versus the World competition. And we're off to a surprising start. Team Latin America, which was at the bottom of the leaderboard last year, has taken the early lead with 3 points ahead of Team USA, Europe, and Asia. But now we're moving on to the second heat here on stage 1. For Team Asia, it's their veteran, Tomohiro Kawaguchi. While Latin America will go with their captain, Danny Marmolejo. One of Team Europe's new faces, Sergio Verdasco, will be making his first appearance. And for the Americans, it's one of the fastest ninjas on the planet, Drew Dreschel. And trying to get Asia on the scoreboard is tonight's oldest competitor, 35-year-old truck driver Tomo Kawaguchi. He's a ninja legend and a regular on Sasuke, Japan's version of Ninja Warrior.
There are tens of thousands of people in Japan who would like to enter the Sasuke competition. Sasuke originated in Japan and evolved into American Ninja Warrior. As a kid, I saw it on TV and thought about trying one day. My parents split when I was 15, and I acted out because of that. Training for Sasuke was what changed my life for the better, teaching me discipline and work ethic.
Kawaguchi Tomohiro, コンクリートミキサー車運転手登場!
I competed at Sasuke 8 times. In the beginning, my results were not impressive. I kept trying and was able to reach the 4th stage. The best part was that my parents reunited to support me. Sasuke had a huge positive impact on my life.
Tomo Kawaguchi on the starting line. A lot riding on this run. Oh! Skipped a run!
Tonight, Team Asia must prove we can compete at the highest level.
There is no quitting, Tomo Akbar.
I hope to show our ninja spirit to America. And I'm ready for the challenge.
Team Asia really needs Tomo to come through here. 9 seasons of experience on Sasuke, has made it to stage 4 before.
Tomohiro, he's an OG.
And a good jump up to the propeller bar. Japanese have not had much success in international competition, but this is Tomo's 2nd time competing, says he's more confident.
But this will be his first time on the double dipper. It can be intimidating. Okay, and he nails it.
Oh, has a little trouble stopping.
Yeah, his teammates are telling him, slow down.
At 5'10", Tomo is the tallest competitor on Team Asia. The wingspan should help here. Oh, great save.
That was so close. You know Team Asia can't afford that.
And a burst of energy to get through, and Drew Dreschel, one of the best and fastest ninjas, is coming up in this heat, so Tomo has to keep moving. On now to parkour run. And a different approach, an odd approach because the rope now spinning the wrong way, but makes it to the disc.
Okay, all right.
Interesting approach, Kawaguchi.
I tell you, this Team Asia and Team Latin America look more confident, more innovative. It's like recess. They came to play tonight.
Now the warp wall.
Well, this is his obstacle right here. He likes it.
Oh, but misses on his first attempt. Doesn't seem to have that explosive power. And he's looking a bit fatigued. This is shocking. Was looking very comfortable through the first few obstacles, I thought.
Now he gets it. I think he's just a little fatigued. That's it.
Well, now it's the domino pipes, and he can't rest for long. With Dreschel and Marmolejo behind him, time could be a factor. It may not be enough just to finish.
Tomohiro knows Japan hasn't had a lot of success in USA versus the world. He's coming out here not only repping Team Asia, but repping his country, Japan.
He was out here 2 years ago and had 2 falls on stages 2 and 3.
Are you kidding me?
Kawaguchi had a good run going, falls on the next to last obstacle, the domino pipes. The question, will that be enough?
Check this out again. When he reaches that 3rd pipe, you can see his foot just grazed it. He lost his balance, and that was it after that.
3つ目ぐらいまではうまく踏めてたけど、クリアできたかなってちょっと油断が出ちゃいました。やべえ、もったいねえ。
We'll see if that holds up to get his team some points. With our new rules, one of these teams will be eliminated after stage 2. Every point counts, and now it's Latin America's turn, and they'll send out their captain from Mexico City, 25-year-old Danny Marmolejo. This stuntman won the team's only point last season, and he's had a busy year.
I do stunt work, which makes me do a bunch of action stuff. Action. Movies, TV shows, commercials, etc. Recently, I just made a soap opera that's really, really famous in Mexico. Because I'm a parkour athlete, I have a lot of agility and strength.
Whoa, he's coming out hot.
And just being really fast at it.
Woohoo! Marmolejo will be a hero back in Mexico.
My run from last year got 100,000 views in 4 days in Mexico.
And right up the warp wall, Matt. Woo, look at that.
People were super proud. They shared it everywhere. It was really humbling because people actually cared about it, actually liked Ninja Warrior.
Runs out of gas, but Marmolejo still gets the point for Team Latin America.
It went really well, but I hope this year will be better.
What did you just show them?
Skills. This year I have more strength, more body control, and mindset to go to all the obstacles way better, way faster. There's a lot of talent in Mexico. There's still a lot of talent in Latin America. And for us to just be the leaders and show people what they can do is just amazing. Last year we were really happy to be here, but this year we want to win it all. Now I know what I'm facing, and it's not like a surprise now. I have no excuse to do wrong, and I'm gonna crush it.
Okay, he keeps it loose. I like this guy.
No, look at that. Was that a dab?
Did he hit the dab? When they start doing the dab in Mexico? Diva dab.
Team Latin America in the lead right now. Marmolejo looking to add to it.
Oh, that's it. Don't get bit by Snake Run.
Good leap onto the propeller bar.
He almost finished stage 1 last year. He's coming in with a lot of confidence.
They'll need at least to get past the warp wall to move ahead of Kawaguchi, but now facing the very difficult double dipper.
Yeah, the double dipper is a tricky one.
Well, it was the obstacle that took out more ninjas. Whoa!
Oh, flipping! He's doing it in style. Started off with a dab and then hits it with the flip.
Marmolejo doesn't seem to be going unduly fast, just focusing on each obstacle, Akbar.
I think when they huddled up, they said, look, it's important to get the buzzer. Let's stick with consistency.
Well, his teammate Carl Folk took that approach, was very careful, and he finished the course.
And not to mention, he got 3 points.
No, Danny's got a decent pace going here. Look at him playing with the crowd.
Boy, he is having so much fun. He comes here to the U.S. and look, I'm going to get my fun in.
But now it's parkour run. This should be right up this free runner's alley.
Yep, and he's going to skip the rope and hop straight to the landing pad.
And he's through it.
This is a different team from Latin America. They know what they're doing this year.
But again, he's taking his time. That could leave the door open for Drew Dressel to have a faster time. But up the warp wall, no problem.
Got through slower than Tumble, but look at him. He's having fun.
Now the dangerous domino pipe's already taken out 2 competitors tonight. If Marmolejo gets across, he'll move ahead of Kawaguchi. Wow, and with that, he's guaranteed himself some points, and he's pointing to the flying squirrel. This is where he fell last year. He's saying, I'm coming for you. Marmolejo is setting the bar high and getting the crowd fired up, but still has to survive the flying squirrel.
One thing you know about Ninja Warrior, you cannot underestimate any of these obstacles.
But Marmolejo's still looking strong. And on to the final set of handles, but this is where he fell last year as he went for the cargo net.
And a real problem with his swing.
He's got it and gives a fist bump to the crowd. Well, this may not be the speediest time, but it still puts the pressure on those that follow. You can beat my time, but you're going to have to finish this course.
Hitting that punch is real.
And Marmolejo celebrating. They're going to be going crazy in Mexico City.
¿Cómo se dice buzzer en español?
Buzz!
Marmolejo made this run entertaining from the start, doing flips on the course, fist bumps with the crowd. He's the second from Team Latin America to make it to the buzzer.
Team Latin America sitting pretty. They've already got 3 points, and they got another finisher. Let's go down to Christine.
Danny, you are always so much fun to watch, and you started the night off with a backflip. Does that just kind of help you have fun throughout the course?
Yeah, like I said, it makes me go into my zone and just be myself, actually. Actually, it's part of it. This is like an ultimate parkour course for me. So it's like taking what I do to the next level. It's just so much fun.
Okay, Danny, we'll see if your time holds up. Good luck.
Thank you.
Not perfect to you.
So Marmolejo sets the mark to beat in this heat, and now the attention turns to Team Europe, and they've got high hopes for this rookie, Sergio Verdasco. He's up next on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to American Ninja Warriors USA versus the world competition. Lots of our top ninjas on hand to watch the action tonight, including Alyssa Beard and Jesse Graff. We're in the middle of our second heat on stage 1, and up next is an important run for Team Europe. They're now in 3rd place and cannot afford to fall too much farther behind. Stepping up for them will be their hotshot rookie, Sergio Verdasco. He's a top climber from Madrid, Spain, and he could be a breakout star.
Fui campeón de la Copa de España juvenil.
I was a junior Spanish champion, and my first year of competing as an adult, I won 3rd place at the Spanish Cup in bouldering. I've been on the Spanish national team ever since. Spain is one of the best places in the world for rock climbing, and Madrid is the best city. It's beautiful here, and there are great gyms and mountains nearby.
Ninja Warrior España.
In Ninja Warrior Spain, I was the person that got the furthest. I think what helped me was my rock climbing training. Since my success on Ninja Warrior Spain, I've built obstacles to practice on in my gym. It's always very exciting to represent your country. Ninja training has improved my climbing because it's so technical.
Que fue una gran sorpresa. Ahora en Las Vegas, mi objetivo es disfrutar.
In Las Vegas, my aim is to enjoy, give it all I have, and earn some points for my team.
Well, Verdasco has a tall order on his first run. Latin America's Danny Marmolejo has already completed the course, so if Verdasco finishes faster, he'll be guaranteed at least 2 points. But Team USA's speedy Drew Drechel will be running next in this heat.
You know why I like Sergio Verdasco? Being 21 years old, doesn't probably have a lot of built-up fear. He's going to be a little bit more reckless, but he's going to have that speed.
Wow. Did you see him grip onto that propeller bar? That was all hands.
Look at that again. He goes up and just locks down with that climber's grip and then goes right onto the rope. Woo, that was impressive.
But now the rookie facing the double dipper. You've got to get the timing just right. Very difficult your first time.
All right, his ability to adapt on the fly here. Nice. Wow. Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, even Marmolejo and Latin America are impressed by this 21-year-old.
But now it's the jumping spider. This is where his teammate Oscar Eiriksfoss fell in the first heat.
Ooh, bad jump, Matt. Bad jump.
But sticks it.
Stick. 4-point stick.
Looking a little awkward here. 5'7", 152. Having to camp those hips.
He's a rock climber. He's still learning the right technique on a lot of these obstacles.
He's through it. And going right onto parkour run with no hesitation. This young buck is flying.
And nearly everyone's on this technique tonight, skipping the rope entirely and just jumping to that landing.
Verdasco putting Team Europe in a good spot. And up the warp wall in a faster time, moving ahead of Team Asia's Kawaguchi. Trying to catch Marmolejo and set the bar high for Drechel.
But has to be careful. The domino pipes already took out Morosky and Kawaguchi. Nice. Wow. Looks like he almost thought about it.
Here he goes. He's going for Marmolejo. Plenty of time. Gets through this obstacle. His time should be Marmolejo. We know Drechel can go faster, but the pressure will be on.
Team Europe found him a nice little putt. He This young pup is bringing it.
21 years old, and he's going to guarantee Team Europe at least 2 points because they can finish no worse than second place. What a run by the 21-year-old.
You know what? I didn't know a lot about Verdasco. I know about you now.
The youngest athlete in this competition has just put the pressure on the real-life ninja.
I want to look at that grip on the propeller bar again. That's why he's one of Spain's top climbers. Then he overcame a bad balance at the jumping spider and turned up on the back half. That's the best run of the night so far.
He's standing by with Christine.
Sergio, what a great job you did out there. And this is your first time ever competing on American Ninja Warrior. How did it feel to be out there on this course?
Yeah, thank you. I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy to have the opportunity to run in that amazing course. So I'm happy. Thank you.
You also did it extremely fast. But up next, we have Drew Dreschel still from Team USA. Are you confident that your time will hold up?
Yeah, I'm really happy with my time, but Drew is an awesome ninja, so it's difficult to beat him, but I can the next time.
All right, Sergio, good luck.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
The youngest athlete in this competition has just put the pressure on the real-life ninja.
Yeah, Drew Dreschel saw that go, oh boy, I got a young one to compete against.
And he's up next. Dreschel was faster than anyone in American Ninja Warrior's regular season, making a statement with this run. Can the real-life ninja turn it on again when national pride is on the line?
Team USA is taking home that trophy.
And later, we've only been there twice in our history, but we're going there tonight. We'll race to the top of stage 4, and the winner will get the title on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior and our USA versus the World special. This annual battle for ninja supremacy gets better every year. The first year, it was only teams from the USA and Japan, the birthplace of ninja competition. But it was the upstart American team that won that first matchup.
Oh! And that's it. The competition is over. What an incredible win for Team USA.
The next year, a team from Europe joined the fray, and the new guys surprised everyone when Sean McCall narrowly edged out Travis Rosen in a climb-off on stage 4. He did it! He beat Rosen by just 0.3 of a second, and Team Europe are the world champions. In the third year of competition, the Americans got their revenge. A strong team led by Isaac Caldiero edged out the Europeans and brought home the trophy for Team USA. He's done it!
He just brought it home for Team USA!
Then last year, a team from Latin America joined the US and Europe. Once again, the Americans came out on top when Drew Dreschel came through on the night's final run. The real-life ninja delivers! Team USA takes home the title for the second year in a row. Right now, the surprising Team Latin America is on top, but that could change with this final runner here on stage 1. Because going for Team USA is the guy we just saw, Drew Dreschel. The Connecticut gym owner is one of the most talented ninjas in the world. His regular season did not end the way he wanted, and he's looking to bounce back tonight. And right into the jumping spider. He's clearly going for the fastest time, Akbar.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, my.
During the national finals, I had a really good year, but it wasn't my best. I ended up going out on the dismount of the last wing nut on the end of stage 2. And that was it. My season's over. It's really hard to not be disappointed when you don't go as far as you know you can, and you don't have a year that you expect to have.
I know how badly you wanted to not only get to stage 3. I do, because Drew...
I think going again on USA vs. the World is a great redemption shot for me. I'm gonna have fun on the course, which is something I normally don't get to do.
And he's going straight to the butterfly wall. What a jump! And he's playing to the crowd, Akbar.
Oh, he's a showman, you know.
You're representing your country, so that's a whole different reward system there. It may sound weird because it's an obstacle course, but this is like my home court, all right? This is my home training field, the U.S. stomping grounds.
Drew USA takes home the title for the second year in a row.
Home sweet home.
A good run here can put Team USA in the lead. Woo!
Look at this, doing backwards at the start line. I think he's gonna crush this course. Oh my! You see that?
Well, he is on fire, moving right onto the propeller bar.
Look at him go!
Well, to win the heat and get 3 points, Dreshel needs to finish faster than Verdasco's 2 minutes, 2 seconds.
Oh my, he is just flying through the double dipper.
No problem, and already through 3 obstacles. Some of the students from Drew's Gym in Connecticut have come out to watch tonight, cheering on their hero, who's now facing the jumping spider.
Got it.
And look at how quickly he's moving already through this obstacle.
I don't know if you can get through that obstacle any faster.
Now on to parkour run. In the regular season, Dreshel was one of the fastest in city qualifying city finals and on stage 1.
When he's on, no one's better. Oh, wow, catch yourself.
Like the others, he's gonna skip the rope. Yes! Nice. Drew Dreshel, an effortless pace, and he is flying. Woo! And by getting up the wall, he moves ahead of Team Asia's Kawaguchi. So, the U.S. team guaranteed at least 1 point, but Dreshel wants more.
All right, Drew. You got this, Drew.
But now the domino pipes. This took out his teammate Joe Moravsky earlier in the competition.
Uh-oh! Okay, skip that last pipe.
And right into the flying squirrel.
He ain't playing.
1 obstacle, Drew Dreshel. Watch this transfer, though. We've seen ninjas go down here.
Yeah, you got to throw yourself all the way into the cargo net. Secure that ground. A minute 40. Go for it. Go for it.
Dressel's going to finish with the fastest time and get the 3 points for Team USA.
Team USA is back on top.
Well, even the other teams appreciate the talents of Drew Dreshel.
That was impressive. Watch how high he gets on the double dipper. He catches that second bar almost chest high. And then he scoots through the jumping spider in just 5 seconds. Drew Dreshel was the fastest on stage 1 in the regular season, and he's the fastest on it tonight.
Drew Dreshel delivers when it counts. He's standing by with Christine.
Drew, you look like you were having so much fun out there, and you did it so fast.
Oh, man, this is just let loose, have some fun, see what kind of cool stuff I can do. But I just wanted to play. That's something we don't get to do. We don't get to play on the course. So I was just jamming out, dancing through it, having fun, and I felt great.
Speaking of jamming out, what are you listening to today?
So I thought it was fitting after season 9 that I fell, that I was listening to Linkin Park, In the End. The lyrics kind of go like, in the end, it doesn't even matter. I tried so hard, and then I fall, but I'm going to keep getting up and keep coming out here and doing my thing.
That's really fitting, Drew. Well, hey, you got the points for your team, so congrats, and we'll see you guys on stage 2. Woo! And now, Bert, back to you.
So Team USA takes the lead with 5 points. They're now at the top of the leaderboard, ahead of Latin America. Europe not so far behind, but Team Asia still scoreless, so they'll really need to turn it on in these next 2 heats, because the team in last place after stage 2 will be eliminated. Up next, we're raising the temperature and raising the stakes as we move on to the more difficult stage 2 course. Stepping up for the U.S. will be the Papal Ninja, Catholic Church worker Sean Bryan.
There's a lot more pressure because it's not just about myself, it's about the team.
And later, stage 4. We've only been there a few times in our history.
Oh boy, he's so close.
And he's done it! But the final 2 teams are going there tonight. He beat Rosa by just 0.3 of a second. It's coming up later on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior and our 5th annual USA versus the World special. We're now moving on to stage 2, and Akbar, clearly, this is when things are heating up.
Yeah, that's right, because whichever team is on the bottom after this round is going home.
And right now, Team USA has a narrow lead at 5 points. Team Latin America on their heels with 4, but scores can change quickly as we move on to the much tougher stage 2. For more on the course, let's go down to Christine.
Thanks, Matt. Stage 2 is made up of 6 punishing obstacles over water and blazing fires in every direction. It starts with the giant ring swing. Competitors have to swing out and snag their ring on a hook, leap a 7-foot gap, then swing 18 feet to the narrow landing pad. Then they'll face an iconic obstacle with a tough new twist at the crisscross salmon ladder. Athletes have to jump the bar up 8 rungs, changing sides twice on their way to the top. The wave runner is back. Athletes need a vice-like grip and perfect balance to work their way across 2 odd-shaped pivoting boards. The swing surfer is a 13-foot vault onto a swinging pendulum, followed by a 12-foot jump to a rope on the other side. Then it's the obstacle that was so difficult during the regular season, wingnut alley. They have to swing their way across the 3 wingnuts and make it to the landing area. Last is the wall flip. The panels weigh 100, 125, and 150 pounds. Again, there's no time limit. The competitors who make it the furthest the fastest win the points for their team. Guys?
And this first heat is packed. We'll see one of Team Europe's key members, Sweden's Alexander Mars. And the Papal Ninja, Sean Ryan, will be making his debut for Team USA. A ninja legend, Japan's Yusuke Morimoto, will be going for Team Asia. And world-ranked climber Marco Hubes will make his first appearance for the Latin American team. Kicking it off here on stage 2 for Team Europe out of Stockholm, Sweden, 30-year-old Alexander Mars. It's his 3rd time competing, and he's improved every year. The Team Europe really needs him to deliver some points tonight.
I live in Stockholm, Sweden. Grew up around the corner from here. For people who like the outdoors, Stockholm is a really good city. During the summer, the sun sets around 10 in the evening, so that gives you a lot of extra hours to spend outside, play ultimate frisbee, rock climbing, or just walking around town. On Ninja Warrior Sweden, I was the last man standing, and that brought me a ticket to go to Sasuke in Japan for the 31st tournament. But this will be my 3rd year competing for Team Europe in USA versus the world. Last 2 seasons. No! I've been so close to making a difference for our team. So I'm really hungry to get back on top. And this year, 3rd time around, I'm doing it.
His girlfriend Emily is here from Sweden as Mars gets it started on stage 2. All right, here we go. Aggressive approach, hooks it right on. You want to be quick and precise here to save strength for the obstacles to come.
He isn't wasting any time or effort here. 18-foot swing, come on, nice!
A very fast start for the Swede. Now heading over to the crisscross salmon ladder. Have to jump the bar up 8 rungs, switching sides twice. This is the first move.
Got it!
Well, we saw it in the regular season just how challenging this stage is. If he could lead it off with the finish right here, that would put Team Europe in excellent position.
Only 3 athletes survived this stage in the regular season. This ain't easy.
Watching here on the wave runner, has to grab onto the sides of the 2 boards. It's 12.5 feet across.
Mars is 5'11", so he's got good reach.
Now has to transition over to the 2nd board. Wave runner, real challenge here.
Ooh,
locks it in. And that is a shock. They really needed a good run from Mars, and he's out on just the 3rd obstacle, and Team Europe could be in trouble.
Wow, Mars has experience. Look, he owns a ninja gym in Sweden, but he's never been on a wave runner, which just wears out your grip. His right hand slipped off, and Team Europe's really struggling.
A disappointing outcome for Alexander Mars and Team Europe. One of the favorites coming in has to start worrying about being eliminated. Remember, the team in 4th place goes home after stage 2. Hoping to take advantage of that early fall will be Team USA Sean Bryan, the Papal Ninja.
What is he doing? He's walking backward. What's this about?
Well, this guy marches to the beat of his own drum. Bryan lives and works with Catholic priests in Berkeley, California.
My nickname is the Papal Ninja. I'm proud of my Catholic faith. It's quite an amazing feeling to get all the support that I had from the regular season.
Right now, Sean lives with us to help us with all the IT and all the websites. And that's just one of his 7,000 things he does a day.
Being on Team USA, my personal identity isn't as important. It's a little different tonight because I represent America. There's a lot of high expectations on me. It's not just about the individual, it really is a team effort. and I'm looking forward to representing the USA.
Priests and co-workers from his church are back home in Berkeley, but Sean's parents are here wearing the white and yellow papal colors.
Sean Bryan was one of the 3 who made it through stage 2 in the regular season. We know he can finish this course.
A good start here for Bryan. He was a college gymnast at the University of California, Berkeley. His team finished 5th in the nation in 2008.
And the rings were one of the events he competed in.
So comfortable. Look at that, the dismount. There it is.
It's in his blood, Matt.
Even the Russian judge gives him a 10. Now the crisscross salmon ladder.
Yeah, he's athletic and he's strong. Watch the pure strength here.
Woo!
Big jump.
Skipping a rung there. Sean Bryan, tremendous power. Tremendous.
Whoa! Whoa! Okay, show me what you're working with.
Sean Bryan looking to do this in just 3 moves. Come on!
Same way he did it in the regular season. Just 3 moves. That is impressive.
Now on to the wave runner, but his time is actually slower to this point than Alexander Mars, so he needs to finish this obstacle.
He's done it before.
Whoa, locked it in.
Nice. Good.
There we go, Sean Bryan. Well, with that, Team USA is guaranteed at least 1 point here in this first heat. But Morimoto, such a high-level competitor out of Japan, and then Rubez representing Latin America, he's a real unknown, and they'll run next, but now the swing surfer.
Big jump. Big jump on swing surfer.
Well, we're really seeing such a different approach than we saw in stage 1, where we saw some of the athletes really going full speed. But we know in stage 2, it's about survival. Look at that flag in the crowd,
I love it. He feels more confidence. They know what's up right now. Look at the American flags out there.
Well, Morimoto watching this run intently. Team Asia has not gotten on the scoreboard. USA doing their best to make sure they move on to stage 3. Remember, only 3 teams advance. Well, Wingnut Alley has been modified from the regular season. There are only 3 sets of handles.
That last dismount gave some of the ninjas in season 9 big problem. Still the same distance, 12 feet to the platform.
But here we go, Sean Bryan.
Needs the crowd, needs the prayer, needs the crowd.
Remember, Bryan was the first to solve this obstacle in the regular season after seeing big names like Lance Pekus and Jamie Ron fall here. As to generate that side-to-side swing 11 feet over to that next wing nut.
Big,
look
big
at the power.
You can see, almost busted his beautiful face.
And look at that, immediately shifting that body momentum.
Nice.
How did he hold on?
Now this is where he needs the big swing here, and he's got to hold on. Watch that swing, watch the momentum. You know about it. Go fly it. Boom. Oh, no! My goodness, he landed right on his back.
You could see it, Akbar. Just looked like he didn't have the direction there.
That is so hard. That 12 feet.
A hard impact.
Man, look at his team rushing out there to check on him.
And Sean Bryan might be injured. That was a hard fall. Actually missed the pad.
Remember in the regular season, he flew out to the right and barely stayed on the landing pad. And you can see he did almost the same exact thing, but was even further offline. He missed the platform entirely. He landed hard and tumbled right into the water.
Well, you can see his team is all around him. We're going to have our experts check up on him. When we come back, we will have more on the condition of Sean Bryan. Welcome back once again to American Ninja Warrior, where we're about midway through our 5th annual USA versus the World competition. Minutes ago, Team USA Sean Bryan took a hard fall on Wingnut Alley, landing right on his back. Oh, no! A hard impact, but we're happy to report the medics have checked him out, and though he's banged up, he will stay in the competition. But that fall leaves the door open for Team Asia, who need to get on the board to avoid elimination. And they'll be sending out their best. It's Japan's Yusuke Morimoto. He's only 5'3", but he is held in high regard among ninjas around the world.
Since I was 7 years old, I've been dreaming of clearing all stages in Sasuke. Only 3 other people have defeated Mount Midoriyama in Japan. I tried for 7 seasons since I was 15 years old, and finally did it.
Yusuke, he's the grand champion on Sasuke. I mean, the first to ever beat Stage 3. He just opened the door to this competition.
Yusuke Morimoto making history on American soil.
Yusuke, he's definitely one of the top guys out here. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do out there on the course.
I've already had total victory, but the best athletes never stop improving. In Japan, I am a software engineer, but I actually took time off to train and study other top competitors. Now, I'm in the best shape of my life. The US team has the trophy now. I hope that we, Team Asia, will unite together and bring it home where it belongs.
Well, this is huge for Team Asia. Morimoto is their most accomplished athlete, and they desperately need some points here.
And you have to remember, he's only 5'3". He's going to have to work a little harder on some of these obstacles.
First time facing the ring swing. It's that 7-foot jump with no problem.
He's been doing this since he was 15.
Isn't that incredible? So many seasons of experience.
For his first time on the ring swing, he gets through as fast as anyone.
He's taken part in this international competition twice. And you can see that experience here. Morimoto in his prime.
And skipped around.
Well, he needs at least to get past the wave runner to guarantee some points. But with Brian falling, Morimoto has a chance to win this heat. He finishes the salmon ladder, moving on to take on the wave runner.
3 years ago, he shocked the world by becoming the first to finish Stage 3. Now, trying to be the first tonight on Stage 2.
Absolutely. Yeah, watch this.
Got it. Good. That's a good one.
Morimoto. And with that, he's guaranteed Team Asia is on the scoreboard. They're still alive in this competition. And because of his fast pace, if he can get through the swing surfer, he'll move ahead of Sean Bryan and be in good position to get 3 points for Team Asia.
He'll have to fly here. Only 5'3". And Matt, I know how good he is when it comes to a lot of the upper body obstacles, but the athleticism, does he have boosties? Can he jump?
Oh, no! No, he can't! And just like that, Morimoto's run is over. He's guaranteed his team 1 point, but you know he was thinking more. He wanted to finish the course.
Morimoto's only 5'3", like we talked about, and that's a 13-foot gap, so it's more than double his height. And look at his feet. They land right on the edge, and the weight just carried him back.
Not the end Morimoto wanted, but at least he gets his team on the scoreboard, and it means Team USA can do no worse than second place in this heat. But there's one more athlete to go. For Team Latin America out of Caracas, Venezuela, 34-year-old Marco Hubez. He's new to Ninja, but he's one of the world's top rock climbers. He's here to represent his country and the man who taught him to take pride in his homeland.
I grew up close to Caracas in a town called San Antonio Los Altos. You never know what's going to happen in life. Recently, my father was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. He was a brilliant mind, an engineer, but now he needs my help. We brought him to Spain because they have better treatments and services for him that weren't available in Venezuela.
¿Azúcar o sal? Sí. Sal, no.
I tried to just enjoy the moment and spend time with him.
Cuando hablo con mi padre,
when I talk with my dad, he asks me about climbing competitions, not remembering that I no longer compete. Or I take him somewhere he has been before, and he says, "Oh, this is the first I've been here." I don't correct him. I just want him to be happy. We talk about Venezuela a lot. I'm Latin American in my heart. To be a part of a team that makes my father proud, that really motivates me. He's excited that I am competing, and that makes me very happy.
yo estoy contento.
His father couldn't be here, but lots of others in this crowd with those Venezuelan flags.
We know he can climb, but first time on a ninja course, and he is starting on Stage 2. This is a tall order.
Well, he's competed at the X Games for climbing. He's top 10 in the world, but can he quickly learn the technique for these obstacles?
Upper body strength is needed as a rock climber, and that's exactly what's needed on ring swing.
And he's through, and he celebrates.
Hit the dab.
I like the confidence out of the Latin American team. But it is so hard. As much experience as he has in competition with rock climbing, these obstacles, a different beast altogether.
He could be a real hero for his team. If he can score just 2 points here, he'll guarantee that Team Latin America will move on to stage 3.
And he's doing a good job here on the crisscross salmon ladder, not looking like a rookie. Well, we talk about it, even for the climbers, they sometimes rely on their grip strength, but they can get pumped out. Over-gripping, they call it.
Here's where that grip will really be tested, the wave runner.
And the wave runner is what took out Alexander Mars. At this point, needs to complete it to get on the board.
Come on, Matt, this is looking tricky. This is looking tricky for him, Matt. Grab onto it. Ooh, okay.
Surviving it.
Rubes.
Oh, my.
Get it, get it.
And gets the dismount. And Rubes now surpasses Alexander Mars, which means Europe will not get a point in this heat. Rubes has given Latin America at least 1 point. Now if he gets through this obstacle, he will pass Yusuke Morimoto.
This is where you just got to use all of that athleticism. Run, jump, and land.
Rubes splashes down, but still manages to get 1 point for Latin America in his ninja debut.
Rubes is 5'6", and he had the same problem Morimoto had minutes ago. He barely gets his feet on the landing, and he just pushes the platform away.
So Sean Bryan wins the heat and gets 3 points for Team USA. They now have 8 points, and they're guaranteed to move on to stage 3. Latin America gets 1 point to stay in second, Team Europe and Team Asia in third and fourth. They'll need to come up big in this final heat to avoid being eliminated, but don't count out any team just yet, because anything can happen on USA versus the world. Up next, 4 more superstar ninjas take on stage 2, including the world's top climber, Sean McCall.
Oh, are you kidding me?
And can the Phoenix, Najee Richardson, rise for Team USA? It's just ahead on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to this special edition of American Ninja Warrior. This is USA versus the world. Right now, the Americans are in the lead as we head to the second heat on stage 2. And there is a lot riding on it because the team at the bottom after this will be eliminated. And here are the next 4 athletes that will be taken on the course. For Team Asia, it'll be the debut of Indonesia's Joshua Zuluku. He'll be followed by another rookie, Colombia's Sebastian Prieto, running for Team Latin America. Team USA will be sending out the Phoenix, Najee Richardson, and Europe's most experienced member, Sean McCall, will run last. So a lot of pressure on Team Asia's Joshua Zuluku. He must score some points or his team is done. This 22-year-old was the last man standing in Ninja Warrior Indonesia, an island nation with a population of over 260 million people.
22 tahun dan saya tinggal di Tangerang, Indonesia.
I live in Tangerang, Indonesia, which is just outside Jakarta. Jakarta is famous for its traffic. I'm a motorbike taxi driver. It helps me earn money while I finish school. I've been doing it for 2 years. The traffic is exhausting and drives me crazy. You need fast reflexes and agility, which I have from my years as a climber.
Basic saya adalah seorang pemanjat tebing dan
my background is rock climbing, and I started my career in 2012. I won some regional championships and some national championships. This year, I was the last man standing at Sasuke Ninja Warrior Indonesia. I completed the final and went to Midoriyama, but I ran out of time and failed just a few feet from the top.
Dan saya tidak sabar untuk bertanding.
I want to show the world that Indonesian athletes are tough and strong and never give up no matter what. I cannot wait to compete, and I will show my ability to the world.
And some Indonesian flags in the crowd. Indonesia is an island nation above Australia, has almost as many people as the U.S., but not known for its sports stars. Zuluku trying to change that.
Here we go. Oh boy, that's not a good start. We're talking about hitting the buzzer. You got to be clean.
And another miss for Joshua. And hung up. gets that first hook. Well, Zaluku competed in Sasuke, Indonesia, made it to stage 4, but hung up here early on the ring swing. Well, we know stage 2.
Stage 2 is tough,
It's about survival. You don't necessarily have to go the fastest, but to try to survive all 6 obstacles, that is a big ask for this 22-year-old.
Well, I'm a firm believer. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
He's really struggling, Akbar.
Yeah, he really is. He's just using up a lot of time and energy. He may get through this, but he's going to be exhausted.
And finally gets through. Now, what does he have left for the crisscross salmon ladder?
Yes, you're pumped out because you spent a lot of time on the ring swing, but you got to block the pain out.
Only 123 pounds, has a background as a climber.
You got to go big, go strong here. Your team is counting on you.
Well, here's what we know. With all the talent here, still no one has hit the buzzer in stage 2. Be a great rebound. The bar a little uneven.
I like it, Matt. It doesn't look like he's fazed by spending that much time on the ring swing.
And keeps moving, but not in a real hurry. Remember, he's got Najee Richardson and Sean McCall coming up behind him. This slow pace could leave the door open. Zaluku really struggling here on stage 2 early on, Akbar. And he's still not at the top of the salmon ladder. There it is. Now he's through, but no rest for those arms. The Wave Runner's next.
Ring swing did this to him. That's why he's shaking. He's shaking it out.
No! Zaluku drops on the Wave Runner, and Team Asia needs points in this heat to stay alive. They could be in real trouble.
This went rogue as soon as he left the platform. He got turned around and ended up spending 48 seconds on this first obstacle. After that, even a world-class climber is going to get exhausted. And you can see his hands just never got a grip on that first board of the Wave Runner.
Team Asia now can only watch and hope that that run holds up and gets them some points to get them out of last place. Up next, another rookie. This is Team Latin America's Sebastian Prieto. This 27-year-old is a talented climber and graphic designer, and our first competitor ever from Colombia.
I'm the national rock climbing champion in Colombia. Climbing is a really young sport in my country, and in order to compete in international competitions, we have to fund our own trip. When I'm not competing or training, I'm a graphic designer and photographer. It's like my second life. I love 360 photography best, and this year I'm working on a virtual reality photography design project. The designer in me is how I visualize routes in climbing, and it applies to Ninja Warrior too. I love the Ninja Warrior obstacles because it's both a physical and mental challenge. It motivates me to know that I will be the first Colombiano to compete on Team Latin America. And I'm sure that this is our year and we can win.
And some Colombian flags flying in the stands for Prieto. Like his teammate Marco Hubez a few minutes ago, Prieto is a world-class climber, but this is his first time on a ninja course. All he has to do is earn 1 point, and Team Latin America will be guaranteed a spot in stage 3.
Oh boy, Matt.
And oh boy, Prieto is really struggling. Oh no!
He's been rock climbing for 11 years, so you know he has the upper body strength to try to overcome. I'm not quite sure he makes it past.
Well, he is really leaving the door open here.
Now, this is a world-class climber, but you need technique on these obstacles. His lack of experience really hurting him here.
Now trying to swing over to the next hook.
Oh, got it.
Well, he's still fighting, but his arms have to be wearing down. Teammates offering advice.
He's going to need more than that. He's already up to a minute on this obstacle.
Just can't figure out how to kick his body off the hook. Oh, boy. Finally gets through, and look at that relief.
Matt, he is spent.
The question, will he have enough to go farther than Team Asia's Zaluku?
This matchup just got interesting.
Well, if he gets through the salmon ladder, Team Asia is virtually done. It will be difficult for them to get enough points to move on. #1 ranked climber in Colombia, But those fingertips are looking exhausted. That grip strength has limits, and the ring swing really taxed him. Oh, boy.
Yes, there's pain. So what?
Prieto really struggling here.
And that arm starting to straighten out. You know what that means. That's a sign of trouble.
Oh, my. Prieto maybe
I
done.
think man down.
Oh,
Man down.
no! Sebastian Prieto splashes down, and the door is open. Team Asia now guaranteed at least a third-place finish in this heat. They're still alive.
Just like Zaluku before him, Prieto got hung up and spent too much time on the ring swing. He was hanging around for over a minute and had no strength left for the salmon ladder.
My hand, I'm scared. Now.
So this heat is up for grabs, and Team USA is sending out Najee Richardson. He finished this course in the regular season. Can he do it tonight? We'll see his run next on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to our USA versus the world competition on American Ninja Warrior. Right now, Team USA is in the lead, but the other three teams are in a close battle, and the team at the bottom after this heat will be eliminated. It all depends on these next two athletes, and here comes one of them. For Team USA, it's the Phoenix, Najee Richardson. Coming off his best season ever, he was one of only 3 to make it past this Stage 2 course in the regular season, drawing on his skills from over a decade of competitive gymnastics.
I was a very high-level gymnast, and I had the potential to make it all the way to the Olympics. These were the goals that I strived for, and that was cut short for me, unfortunately, with my knee injury. To be able to live that dream a little bit by representing the U.S. here on American Ninja Warrior means the world to me.
Najee Richardson destroys this qualifying course.
One of the coolest things about Team USA is just the diversity. Last season, Jessie Graff became the first woman to compete on Team USA.
Jessie Graff making history again!
And I think that speaks volumes no matter what color or race you are, man, woman. This sport is for everyone.
The Phoenix is delivering! Oh my!
Hopefully, I'm going to be one of those guys that inspires the next generation of ninjas. Who knows, maybe there's a kid that's sitting at home right now that will be a part of Team USA one day, and they're able to say, hey, the Phoenix inspired me to be here. I can't wait just to go out there and show everyone what I've got. I'm gonna do everything I can to represent this country well.
And the crowd is already starting a chant of Najee.
This is his first time competing in this format, representing the United States, and he deserves it. Had an explosive season 9, and now bringing his talent to represent America.
As we said, he conquered Stage 2 in the regular season, but right now, if he can finish the wave runner, he'll move into the lead in this heat and be guaranteed at least 2 points for Team USA. He's through the giant ring swing. Next up, the crisscross salmon ladder. The crowd's behind him, and he's a salmon ladder expert.
We've seen him do some tricks. We know he can do some flips. But he also fell here 2 years ago, and he may play it safe. There he goes. And now, look, putting a lot more emphasis on the back and biceps here.
And Drew Dressler, he had talked about this. They are better able to visualize the placement of that bar.
I think that's just showing off. Yeah, you can see it better, so what? Not everybody can do a salmon ladder like that.
And he is through. And moving on to the wave runner, this is where Team Asia fell earlier in this heat. This is such a test for your grip strength. Those boards will wobble.
This is going to test the core as well.
And you go from wide to narrow.
Yeah!
Got it.
I think this is what we've come to expect from Najee Richardson. He does it with style, but he has ultimate focus. Let's focus and swag.
And by making it this far, Najee guarantees Team USA will earn at least 2 points. Their place in Stage 3 was already secured, and they're going to end this stage of the competition in first place. And it also means Team Latin America can do no worse than third, so they're moving on. It's going to come down to Team Asia, currently in fourth place, and Team Europe now in third place. Their fate will be decided by the run of Sean McCall, who runs next.
And Najee Richardson just soaking in the crowd, feeling the love.
And you know he wants to finish, but up next, this 13-foot leap onto the swing surfer.
Nice.
Look at that Phoenix fly. Now a 12-foot leap. Oh! Hard impact. Well, Team USA showing their dominance. The only athletes to make it to Wingnut Alley. Sean Bryan, now Najee Richardson, hoping he can get through.
Well, this crowd is showing the love for Najee. Just to think that a bad injury ended his gymnastic career, and now he starts a new career as a Ninja Warrior. Uh-oh, he's got the wings! When Najee Richardson puts out the wing, you know that means it's time to go flying. Watch the Phoenix bird fly.
But this Wingnut Alley, such a challenge. Now only 3 handles. Kevin Carbone came up with this in the obstacle design challenge. Viewers started this madness in motion. Got to find the rhythm.
11 feet. Here's an 11-foot machine.
How did he grab that?
Matt, he went into that second one sideways. All right, he's got to fly here.
And you can see the trouble even visualizing the handles.
He put the wings out. He put the wings out.
Got it locked in place. No one has finished stage 2 tonight. Najee Richardson trying to be the first. But this is where Sean Bryan had that hard impact.
Fly like an eagle.
Yes! Najee Richardson.
Kick it down. Push it.
125.
Kick it down. That's
150.
He is pumped for his country.
The Phoenix flexing. He is flown to the buzzer here on stage 2. Najee Richardson flying the Phoenix line.
I see you, baby. That is big time. Big time, baby.
The Phoenix, the hottest performance of the night.
Najee flew so high on the wing nuts that he almost wrapped his legs around the top. And then he makes that big dismount. And look at him bounce, baby, when he got through that. The Phoenix is the first to hit the buzzer on stage 2.
And right now he's standing by with Christine.
Najee, you're the first person tonight to make it through Wingnut Alley. How were you able to do it?
I just like lashaying. That's my obstacle. I love whenever I can hang on something, throw my body through the air, and catch something else, so I know I was going to have fun on that.
What does it mean to you to be representing your country like this?
It's so cool. You know, every moment I'm out here is just such a cool experience, and it's such an honor being out here with such amazing athletes and cool friends and, you know, people who really inspire you to be better every day. So it means the world to me.
All right, Najee, we'll see you guys on stage 3.
Thank you so much.
Guys.
It's going to be tough to top that, but no one has had bigger moments on USA versus the world than Sean McCall. Can he do it again for Team Europe? He's up next on American Ninja Warrior, USA versus the world. Welcome back to American Ninja Warriors USA versus the World competition. It's the final run on stage 2, and it's crunch time. 3 teams are about to move on to stage 3, and 1 team is about to go home. Here's where we stand. The USA is moving on. Team Latin America is moving on, and that 3rd team will either be Team Europe or Team Asia. It all comes down to our next athlete from Chambéry, France, the greatest climber in the world, Sean McCall.
As a climber, I have 11 national victories. I'm a 4-time overall world champion. I have 32 World Cup medals, and I've won 5 World Cups.
Sean McCall is an absolute beast.
You want to see true strength from Team Europe? Watch Sean McCall.
He's someone that we're really going to have to keep an eye on.
The most exciting part about my career as a rock climber is that rock climbing is now an Olympic sport. To represent my country at the highest level of sport in the world would be a dream come true.
Going for the dismount! Oh my goodness!
I'm a very competitive person, and I love competing on Ninja Warrior.
This is the Olympics of ninja competitions. A good jump.
Are you kidding me?
And once again, Sean McCall delivers on the international stage.
This will be the 4th year that I compete in USA versus the World for Team Europe, and we really want to get back that trophy.
Well, before they can even think about a trophy, they've got to avoid elimination on stage 2. To do that, McCall needs to complete the crisscross salmon ladder in under 1 minute 52 seconds. That will earn them 1 point and send Team Asia home.
Well, Matt, it will be a shock if McCall doesn't get through the salmon ladder. We've seen some crazy things happen in this competition.
This is a guy who rises to the occasion. Looking so comfortable out here on this first obstacle.
Sean McCall has been the MVP for Team Europe for the past 4 years.
And already through the ring swing. Trying to beat Team Asia's Yosua Zaluku's time through the salmon ladder.
Right now, Team Asia needs a miracle.
McCall has never lost a heat on stage 2. He's finished every time. That is truly impressive, knowing how tough this course can be. Has plenty of time, just needs to finish this crisscross salmon ladder.
This is a different version of the salmon ladder. A lot of movement, extra movement, back and forth.
Just 5'7", 130 pounds, yet one of the best athletes in the world. And he's done it. McCall comes through for Europe once again. They're moving on to stage 3, and Team Asia has been eliminated. So frustrating to know, with the talent they have, that once again, they'll be coming up empty-handed in this competition.
And it's a long flight back home.
Well, McCall could just drop here and save his strength. The scores will be reset to 0 on stage 3, so it doesn't really matter what he does at this point.
But I think he wants to finish and get Team Europe some momentum. I'm telling you, you bring momentum and confidence into any competition, you have a good chance.
Well, Sean McCall, it doesn't look like he's expending much energy. He is flying through this course.
He can win this heat and get 3 points for Team Europe.
Never faced the swing surfer before. Remember, he's only 5'7", but no problem. Hard impact. And what a turnaround for Team Europe. They were on the verge of elimination. Now, McCall could move them up to 2nd place. Look at the focus.
I think he can't wait to get his hands on this new obstacle, Wingnut Alley.
He's had some memorable moments on this 5th obstacle of stage 2 in the past. In his first year of competition, it was the medal spin. Then, in his 2nd appearance, it was roulette row that provided the drama. Last year, it was the wedge.
I mean, it's like he's floating through the double wedge.
All were difficult, but he bested each of them. Well, the world's greatest climber, legendary grip strength. See what kind of moves he can make in the air. He's never tried Wingnut Alley before, and remember, this was so unforgiving in the national finals. Only 3 athletes got past it then, but only one, Najee Richardson, has conquered it tonight.
Ooh, and no problem on the first one.
Generating good momentum.
This is a big leap, 12 feet.
Hey. He's got it 2 down. Only the dismount remains. Can Sean McCall produce another big moment? Trying to get his team back in contention.
Come on.
He knows he's got this.
Hair still in place. He's got some strong hairspray.
And not only that, he's actually going to have a faster time than Najee Richardson. For the 4th year in a row, Sean McCall will finish stage 2 and win his heat.
This is exactly the momentum they needed.
You see why he's the world's greatest climber. A man who rises to the occasion.
He got past the salmon ladder. That guaranteed his team was safe. Then he turned it on. He flew through the wing nuts and delivered another big finish on the 5th obstacle. Sean McCall just got Team Europe back into this competition.
Let's go down to Christine.
Sean, were you aware that after the salmon ladder, you technically could have just dropped down and your team still would have advanced to stage 3?
I actually wasn't aware of that. I thought I was kind of had an idea where the points were, but really I wanted to complete. Naj completed it, and I really wanted to advance my team to stage 3.
How much momentum does this give you guys as you head now to stage 3?
I think the fact that I completed stage 2 and I had the fastest time, I think it's really going to pump up my team, and they're going to do really well on stage 3.
All right, Sean, good luck.
Thank you.
Matt Knockfire, back to you.
So a big shift on the leaderboard. Team USA gets 2 points to stay on top, but Team Europe with the 3-point win moves up to 2nd place. Latin America drops to 3rd. Team Asia got 1 point, but it's not enough. They came in with some of the most experienced ninjas, but they're going home. Coming up, we wipe the scoreboard clean and start all over on the nearly impossible stage 3.
Come on, let's go get it then.
Team USA's hopes are riding on the great Drew Drexel.
Hit it hard, bring it home.
We'll see his run when we come back on American Ninja Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to our USA versus the world competition on American Ninja Warrior. Many of the top ninja athletes like Jamie Ron and Jesse Graff are on the rails right now because the action is moving on to stage 3, which is an even tougher course here at Mount Midoriyama. How tough is it? Well, this past season in the national finals, only 3 competitors made it this far. Najee Richardson. Whoa! Sean Bryan. Oh! And Joe Moravsky. Oh, no! And none couldn't make it to the end. This course is brutal. In fact, in American Ninja Warrior's regular season, only 2 athletes in our history, Jeff Britton and Isaac Caldiero, have ever completed it.
Don't tell me dreams don't come true!
And in this USA versus the World International competition, it's only happened a handful of times.
We got a show, ladies and gentlemen.
Now we're going to find out if anyone can be a hero on stage 3 tonight as we move into the final 2 heats of tonight's competition. Team Asia has already been eliminated, meaning now only 3 teams remain. The U.S., Europe, and Latin America. Points from the last round have been struck from the board, so all 3 teams start with a blank slate. Here's how the scoring works. There are 2 heats on stage 3 with athletes from each of the 3 teams facing off. Whichever competitor gets the farthest, the fastest in their heat wins 2 points. Second place gets you 1 point. There are no points for last place.
And Matt, after stage 3, another team will be headed home with the other 2 going to stage 4, where they'll race up to the top of the tower for the title.
To earn that right, they're going to have to survive the demonic stage 3. For a look at the course, let's go back down to Christine.
Thanks, Matt. Stage 3 consists of 8 of the most difficult and draining obstacles ever devised. The upper body test starts with the floating boards. Competitors have to pinch their feet and use their grip to work across the 4 hanging boards. Then it's the key log hang, where they'll have to move 2 handles in and out of the slots. The third obstacle is the nail clipper. It's 3 rotating cylinders with only small handholds to grab onto. Survive that and you'll face one of our toughest obstacles ever, the ultimate cliffhanger. This is always one of the biggest challenges for our ninjas. It's a series of narrow ledges and you'll have to jump to the other side twice. On the curved body prop, they'll wedge themselves between the walls and maneuver across 30 feet of water. Next up, the peg clout. Competitors move from box to box, supporting their bodies on ledges barely an inch wide. Then it's the time bomb. Traverse high above the water, clutching 3-inch kettlebells, latching the handles into the curved hooks. If they have anything left, they'll take on the flying bar. They'll have to carry the bar 5 feet in the air and land it in the small cradles all the way to the buzzer. Points go to the competitors who make it the furthest the fastest. Matt Nachbar, back to you.
Thanks, Christine. So in this first heat, Team Latin America will send out climbing champion Marco Hubez, while Connecticut's Drew Dreschel will represent Team USA. And Spain's impressive young rookie, 21-year-old Sergio Verdasco, goes for Team Europe. We've wiped the slate clean on stage 3. All teams start with 0 points. And leading it off will be Venezuela's Marco Hubez. He earned 1 point for Latin America on stage 2, and he's one of the best climbers in the world, and stage 3 is built for climbers.
Super tranquilo, Marco. Vamos.
Well, here we go. Hubez starting it off here for Team Latin America. First up, the floating boards.
Matt, that's a lot of pressure for Team Latin America, but they also have the opportunity to set a pace.
Tremendous climbing skills, but this is his first ninja competition.
Yeah, you better recognize these stage 3 obstacles are difficult even for experienced ninjas.
Looks like he's figured this one out, just needs the dismount. Oh! What? A shocking early exit for Team Latin America.
He just slid off the door. He got kicked out. I thought he was home free, but you can see he got 1 foot down on the landing pad, but he didn't shift his weight. And look at his hands. They just slide right down the edge.
Almost impossible to get any points with that early exit. A huge blow for Team Latin America, especially because one of the big guns, Drew Dreschel, is up next for the Americans. Right now, Team USA's captain, Joe Moravsky, is talking strategy with Christine.
Joe, headed into stage 3, all the team's points are zeroed out, and everyone's now on an even playing field. What are you guys going to do to make sure you get to stage 4?
Well, you know, we got to get deep into the course. We have a lot of strong people we're going up against, and that's always pretty much the strategy. Get deep, get to the end if we can. But, you know, we got some strong guys. They have some strong guys. Anything can happen.
You made it further than anyone in the regular season in the national finals on stage 3, but you didn't complete it. How does it feel to be back here and getting another shot at it tonight?
I've lost track of how many times I've been on stage 3. It's got to be more than 6. So, you know, I'm not jaded to it, but at the same time, it's harder to get motivated the more you fail on it. But I'm excited, and I know I can beat it. It's just going to have to all come together in this one run.
Well, I'm rooting for you, Joe. Good luck.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Christine. Joe's run's coming up in Heat 2, but now it's the real-life ninja, Drew Dreshel, and he is no stranger to stage 3.
I've been doing American Ninja Warrior for 7 years, and stage 3 has just become my nemesis. In season 7, I fell on the hang climb.
He's going for the bar.
In season 8, I made it all the way to the hang climb again. And I had a mental error, and that was it. I was out. Last year, USA vs. the World, stage 3.
Oh, what a transition!
Everything came together.
2 more!
The way I ran it through in my head finally played out perfectly.
Come on, Drew! Drew Dreshel delivers!
Season 9 was a big bummer. Going out on stage 2, especially when I'm looking at stage 3 and I'm feeling like I know I can do this, and I don't get to. So tonight, I want to get out there and I want to beat stage 3. I did it last year in USA vs. the World. I want to do it again.
And you know, Drew would like nothing better than to get his revenge and get some points for Team USA.
Here we go. This is the moment Dreshel loves. Expectation, pressure, the hope and pride of the country on his shoulders.
Drew Dreshel is a baller, Matt.
And with that, he's guaranteed Team USA at least a point here. Can do no worse than second, but now we'll get our first look at the key lock hang. Dreshel knows this obstacle well. He's seen it twice on stage 3, survived it both times.
This is all concentration and upper body strength here.
Dreshel a little hung up here.
And now he's through. Dreshel normally flies through almost any course, but he's taking his time here.
Not a smooth start for the real-life ninja on the key lock hang.
Yeah, you can see him on the transition.
Another trouble.
Yeah, he keeps fidgeting with that thing. That's going to cost him.
And this is really unusual. Seeing Drew Dreshel uncomfortable on an obstacle.
Let me tell you, this can wear you down for the later obstacles. All right, get off that thing.
That survives it.
Did you see him protect his head from the handle?
There we go, on to the nail clipper. One of the most difficult obstacles we've ever had in the city finals at Ninja Warrior. It took out 20 competitors in Cleveland.
And I think Dreshel has figured it out. He is having no problem here.
Well, he's worked so hard on his grip strength, and look at the technique here. And he's through. But stage 3 is relentless, and up next, the ultimate cliffhanger. Dreshel dominated it the past 2 regular seasons. Drew Dreshel's faced this obstacle 3 times, gotten through it 3 times. And he's up. Watch the power now. Long transition here, though.
This ninja's got some freaking fly.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Now the 180 transition, no problem for Dreshel. Drew Dreshel dominating here. Oh, no! Drew Dreshel out on the ultimate cliffhanger. The first time he has ever fallen on this obstacle. A shocking early exit for the real-life ninja, leaving the door open for Team Europe.
Whoa, Matt.
Why are you let me down, Bad Pinky? Do your job next time.
Well, he's blaming it on his pinky. Let's take a look. He got plenty of distance, but watch his hands. He doesn't get a good grip and tries to re-grip, but his left hand comes off, and there's his pinky. It's not even on the ledge. and that face says it all. There's no way to save it.
And right now, he's down with Christine.
Drew, you've made it to stage 3 before, and you've made it past this point. What do you think took you down tonight on the Ultimate Cliffhanger?
I think I was just really hyped going into it. I was really excited to get on stage 3 again, and I swung a little bigger than I wanted to, but when I hit, I yanked really hard, and then when I went to pull up to adjust, I pulled up and yanked my other hand off, and that was it. It's over.
All right, Drew, we'll have to see how this plays out.
Awesome, thank you.
Guys?
So a big break for Team Europe. They're probably thinking they would have had to finish the course to beat Dreschel. Now the door is open as they send out their rookie, Sergio Verdasco. We'll see his run next. And then it's something special. We're headed to a place rarely ever seen on American Ninja Warrior, Stage 4. 2 of these teams are going to climb the 80-foot tower for the title. Who's it gonna be? It's all coming up on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior, where our USA versus the world competition is getting very tight here on stage 3. Earlier in the first heat, Latin America's Marco Hubez slipped off the first obstacle. And then one of America's best, Drew Dreschel, surprisingly fell on an obstacle he'd conquered before, the Ultimate Cliffhanger. Oh! So a big opportunity for Team Europe to take control, but it's going to be up to one of their new faces, 21-year-old rookie Sergio Verdasco from Madrid, Spain. He's one of the best rock climbers in the world, and he is truly excited to be here and represent Spain on the national stage.
Ser la primera persona de España.
To be the first athlete from Spain on Team Europe is incredible. It's very exciting to represent your country, and now to be on American Ninja Warrior is a great opportunity, and I hope to do well.
De lo que es capaz España.
I'm gonna show the world what Spain is capable of.
And he's walking into a great opportunity to get points for Europe, just has to get past the first obstacle. Well, it was a different course, but Verdasco did compete on stage 3 in Spain's version of Ninja Warrior.
Well, Matt, you know, he has some experience on stage 3, but how well does the 21-year-old handle pressure? This is a lot of pressure for Team Europe.
Now he's moving quickly. Puts his feet down, and that moves him ahead of Latin America's Hubez, so they're guaranteed at least 1 point in this heat.
And now he can set his sight on beating Drew Dreschel. Just needs to get past the nail clipper in 1 minute and 58 seconds, and he'll get 2 points.
They know how difficult it is. Can't take any obstacle for granted. Up next is the key lock hang. He's got to be thinking about the clock, and this is one that can eat up a lot of time. Ooh.
Yeah, you have to take really small movement. You got to make sure you're in there, lock it, boom.
And this is the advantage of going last. He knows the time to beat Dreschel, and he can be careful and pace himself. This may come down to a few seconds.
He's going around backwards, being real creative, and just looks totally composed for a 21-year-old. Those are big moves.
Look at him hanging by one handle. Verdasco flirting with disaster.
Yeah, he is.
And he's going to get through.
Small platform, nice landing.
Now Verdasco's got a shot to beat Drew Dreschel. About 30 seconds left to get past the nail clipper. This would be a big pickup for Team Europe if this rookie can get the 2 points over Dreschel.
What a turnaround for Europe. They got off to a horrible start, but now they can take the lead.
Verdasco could be a real hero if he can beat Dreschel. Oh,
Boy, he's handling the pressure well, Matt.
And this kid is looking like a new ninja star, and he's done it. And with that, Sergio Verdasco, the 21-year-old rookie, just got Team Europe 2 points. And this crowd is chanting Sergio.
Yeah, we might have a new ninja star here.
Now it's the ultimate cliffhanger. He's already won the heat. Now he just wants to see if he can finish. Every cliffhanger a little different. This one proving to be so challenging.
Big move, big, go, go.
Ooh, look at that crossover. All right, here's that big turnaround.
These transitions over 6 feet in the air.
Need that landing. Boom! Nice. That was easy for Verdasco.
Locked it in, but as we saw with Dreschel, these transitions are a real challenge here. Lateral drop.
Now watch out, Verdasco is cooking with Tabasco. He is hot right now. Oh!
Goes down down on the ultimate cliffhanger, the same place as Dreschel, but he got there faster, so he gets the 2 points. Shockingly, the speed demon Drew Dreschel gets edged out because he didn't go fast enough. That almost never happens.
At this point in the course, your arms are tired. It's hard to grip. Watch Verdasco. His momentum is pulling him away from the plexiglass. He had his fingers on the ledge, but he couldn't latch on.
Well, Europe's captain, Sean McCall, put his faith in this rookie, let him run in this critical spot, and Verdasco delivered.
Matt, the Americans looked like the dominant team early, but this competition just got tight. Team USA has got to get some points in the next heat.
Right now, Team Europe has 2 points, and Team USA has 1. Latin America must get on the board, or they're out. So it's going to come down to this last heat on stage 3. Can the weatherman, Joe Moravsky, keep the U.S. hopes alive? Got it! Woo! It's just ahead on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to American Ninja Warriors USA versus the World Special. And we've had a big turnaround in this competition. Team Europe was almost eliminated earlier. Oh! With disappointing results on stage 1 and stage 2. They look like they may not have enough points to stay in the competition. But moments ago, their hotshot rookie, Sergio Verdasco, won the first heat here on stage 3. And he's done it! And gave them a 2-1 lead over Team USA. And now we're heading into the final heat here on stage 3. For Team Europe, it'll be one of their most experienced athletes, Sweden's Alexander Mars. While Latin America will go with the rookie, the climber from Colombia, Sebastian Prieto. And Team USA's hopes will be riding on their captain, Connecticut's Joe Moravsky. And remember, only the top 2 teams after this heat will move on to stage 4 and climb the tower for the title. But starting us off will be Team Europe's Alexander Mars, a 30-year-old real estate manager from Stockholm, Sweden. This is his 3rd straight year attempting stage 3 in this competition. In his first attempt ever 2 years ago, he turned in a strong performance, making it to the cliffhanger. Well, we've seen athletes rise to the occasion. Will Mars be the latest? Oh! And then last season, he had the run of his life.
Yeah, I'm amazed. This guy's not a professional rock climber.
He battled his way to the next to last obstacle, the walking bar.
Oh, he's looking. He's hoping.
Before finally splashing down. Boom! Boom! An incredible run by Alexander Mars, the best of his career.
And only a handful of athletes have more experience on stage 3 than Mars does. We expect him to go far.
Well, Team Europe's in a good position, Akbar.
Yeah, the pressure here is on the other 2 teams.
And he is quickly through the floating boards. We saw in the last heat that speed through these early obstacles can make a huge difference. Now it's the key lock hang, easy to eat up a lot of time on this one.
Mars has to know in the back of his mind, Team USA has Joe Moravsky getting ready to take on stage 3. So he needs to make sure he brings his A game.
We saw Moravsky go out on the 7th obstacle in the regular season. But this competition we have seen tonight, you cannot take anything for granted. Mars struggling.
He's fishing.
Almost to the end, but he's getting twisted around. Gonna make this dismount a little tougher. Got it! Mars is keeping it moving. He's going to put the pressure on. Mars opened up the first Ninja Gym in Scandinavia. You know he's been doing training. This is a new obstacle. We're always keeping these ninjas on their toes, or on their fingers, I should say.
Well, this nail clipper gave the ninjas problems back in the regular season, but they have figured it out. Mars is flying through this.
Already on the last cylinder. He's going to turn around for the dismount, and he is through. And with each obstacle he completes, it puts more pressure on Sebastian Prieto of Team Latin America and Team USA's Joe Moravsky. They'll be up next. And the European fans coming alive as Mars gets ready for the ultimate cliffhanger. No one has been able to get past it tonight.
One thing he's got in his favor, he's got really long arms at 5'11", 163 pounds.
He fell here 2 years ago, but got past it last season.
This is where that long reach could help him out.
And look at that.
Extra finger, upper body strength. Now, it's the mobility that concerns me, though, with Mars. Now, can he make that transition? Nice.
But it's been this lateral transition.
It's so hard to traverse. I'm telling you, you got to carry 163 pounds and traverse like that. Oh, no! Another one? Are you kidding me?
Alexander Mars, the latest to fall on that same spot on the ultimate cliffhanger, but Team Europe in good shape. It's going to take a strong run to top that.
The ultimate cliffhanger is dropping everyone tonight. Watch from overhead. That ledge is less than 2 inches. He gets both hands on it, but just like Verdasco and Tresham, the momentum peels his fingers right off. That's 3 in a row in the exact same spot.
And now Team Latin America needs to come up big if they want to stay alive, and it'll be up to their rookie climber from Bogota, Colombia, Sebastian Prieto.
I've been climbing since I was 10 or 11 years old. I train every day in the morning for about 3 hours, and then 2 or 3 hours in the afternoon. In the weekends, I dedicate to rock climbing. It's a personal challenge that pushes me to do better every day, to get stronger, and more than that, it's a way to have fun with my friends. I've always thought that the best climber is not the strongest, but the one who enjoys it more. For me, it's my way of life.
He has to get points in this heat or his team is eliminated.
Lo sabes, lo sabes. Lo sabe.
And you can see right there, Prieto's got his left hand taped up. Remember, he fell earlier on stage 2 and came out of the water with blood on his palms, but he's gonna give it a go anyways.
Well, I love the fact that he's playing hurt, and that's what you have to do. When you talk about national pride, playing hurt is a part of that. Sebastian Prieto, with that hand, says, so what? Watch me work it.
#1 ranked climber in Colombia, but again, that hand, you can see the tape on it, that left hand really damaged it. The ring swing and crisscross salmon ladder.
But you gotta imagine, as a climber, especially as the best climber in Colombia, he's used to having cuts and scrapes on his fingers.
But knowing Joe Morawski's coming after him.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Prieto gets through, but it took him 28 seconds. Mars got through in just 12 seconds, so he's already behind that pace. He wants to move ahead of Team Europe, needs to finish the nail clipper in less than 1 minute, 53 seconds.
He's a big deal in Colombia.
Now the key lock hang. Remember, Prieto has never done any ninja competition before, so it's his first time on all of these obstacles.
See him taking the big reaches there on the key lock hang.
But looking very confident. You can see that climber's strength there.
Look at him breaking in each lock.
He's moving steadily, but not moving very quickly. Not going to be able to top Alexander Mars' time unless he picks the pace up. Team Latin America started off strong, but they need Prieto to come through right now or their night is over. Going for the dismount. Oh, just barely stays on.
He says, I'm not a gymnast.
Well, he's still alive, but he's not going to beat Alexander Mars' pace, which means Prieto will have to go beyond the ultimate cliffhanger. No one has done that tonight yet.
But he's got to get through this nail clipper first. As a climber, he's used to climbing on things that are stationary. This nail clipper moves.
Well, this is impressive for a guy who's never been in a ninja competition before tonight. This climber is adapting quickly.
Look, he weighs just 125 pounds, and yet look at his strength.
Now on the last cylinder, he's looking for the dismount.
Ooh!
And just drops to the mat. Well, he's done a good job to get this far, but he must complete the ultimate cliffhanger to take the lead in this heat. And remember, one of the best ninjas ever, Joe Morawski, is coming up behind it.
And he knows it too. Look at his face. Sebastian knows it. He knows Joe Morawski is right behind him.
And at 5'4", 125, he's going to have a real challenge here on the ultimate cliffhanger.
You better be seeing and visualizing this ultimate cliffhanger as one of those big old boulder rocks you climb.
Oh! Prieto down, which means the best Team Latin America can do is get 1 point. Their only hope right now is that Joe Morawski falls early and gets no points. That would create a 1-to-1 tie with Team USA.
That's a 3-foot gap, but even at 5'4", Prieto actually overshoots and got his hand too high. By the time his fingers find the ledge, his momentum is already headed down, and he can't hang on.
Well, Prieto's disappointed, but a courageous effort out of the rookie, especially considering that injured hand. But his fall means Team Europe will at least get 1 point in this heat, and they're guaranteed of moving on to stage 4. Who will go with them? It's all going to come down to Joe Moravsky. Can the weatherman keep Team USA's hopes alive? He's headed to the start line, and we'll see him run next on American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. In just a few minutes, 2 teams are going to climb the stage 4 tower for the title. Team Europe has clinched 1 spot, but the other team will be decided right now. It's all up to Team USA's captain, Joe Moravsky, the weatherman from Monroe, Connecticut. The fate of his country is in his hands.
Boy, the crowd is into it, chanting USA.
So much experience on stage 3. Between regular season and these international competitions, this will be his 7th time. There we go. Going last, he knows exactly what he needs to do. Must get past the nail clipper in less than 1 minute, 53 seconds.
Well, we know he can do it. He made it all the way to the 7th obstacle, time bomb in the regular season. You can never underestimate any of these obstacles.
Absolutely.
One little mistake and you could be done.
Well, we have seen some shocking early exits here. Close.
That platform is really small. It doesn't give you a lot of room for error.
And now it's the key lock hang again. Only has to get through 3 obstacles and Team USA moves on.
And that is so hard to speed through key lock hang. You have to be slow and methodical. You start rushing it, all of a sudden you get a mistake.
There it is, a little hung up. Moravsky, though, very calm under pressure. Trained so hard.
You gotta work it, you gotta get it in there. There is no keyless entry to get to that 3rd obstacle, nail clipper.
He has time, just needs to avoid a mistake.
Hold on now.
A little spun around.
Yeah, he's kind of awkward.
Hard for the dismount. Got it. Alyssa Beard and Jesse Graff among the many ninjas cheering him on.
Look at Team Latin America. They are holding their breath, anxiously waiting to see how this is going to turn out.
Now the chance of Let's Go Joe. Joe Moravsky, beloved by the community.
All right. Hopefully he's aware of the time in his head. You know Joe Moravsky, he's done this before. Almost overreached there. He's crossed over. Ooh. Now this is so scary to watch.
And there he goes.
Another small platform.
Dismount! Got it!
Got it.
Joe Moravsky delivers. Team USA is moving on. And with that, we say goodbye to Team Latin America. They were much improved this year, but it's going to be Europe versus USA for the title.
And look at this. Moravsky will keep going to see if he can finish stage 3 for the first time ever.
Up next is the ultimate cliffhanger. No one has survived it tonight. Look at that pace. Moravsky rocketing across the ultimate cliffhanger. Oh! Moravsky splashes down.
What?
A shocking exit, did what he had to do, but the weatherman ends up wet.
It's all right.
Let me tell you, Moravsky is smart. He went quickly through those first 3 obstacles and got the 2 points. But on the cliffhanger, just watch his hands. He gets 1 up, but then his left hand comes right on top and just pulls him off. But it didn't matter because Team USA is moving on.
He's standing by with Christine.
Joe, in the regular season in the national finals, you made it further than this on stage 3. What do you think went wrong for you on the ultimate cliffhanger?
Well, here's the thing. This competition is about Team USA. So once I stepped on that starting platform, my job was to win points in this heat. Once I did that, you know, the pressure was kind of off, and I kind of lost focus a little bit. So it happens. We're all human.
Well, you did win the heat, and you guys are going to stage 4. What does that mean to you?
I'm pumped. I mean, representing Team USA in the greatest sport in the history of sports. We're just excited to be here and representing. We're the top 2 ones left, so let's see what happens.
All right, Joe, we'll see you there.
Thanks.
Guys.
So that's the end of stage 3. Team USA tied it up at 3 with Europe, and these final 2 teams will move on for a climb off on stage 4. And both these teams are huddling up to decide who will race up the rope on the stage 4 tower.
I'm wet. I'm not climbing.
Joe Moravsky says it's not going to be him.
Still some good options for Team USA. Drew Drescher, Najee Richardson, Sean Bryant.
Yeah, guys.
How do you feel?
I'm still tired. Yeah.
And over for Team Europe, I have to imagine they'll send out Sean McCall. He did the climb off 3 years ago and won. Well, who's it going to be? We're going to find out when we come back. Up next, it's rarefied air for a ninja. Stage 4, a grueling 80-foot rope climb up the tower. Whoever gets there first takes home the trophy. And we'll see it next on the finale of American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. Welcome back to the final minutes of American Ninja Warrior USA versus the world. We've relocated to stage 4, where we're about to have a climb off to crown our new champion. Minutes ago, the Team USA foursome selected Sean Bryan, the Papal Ninja, to climb the tower for them. And Team Europe decided to go with Sean McCall. Now, he's done this before, winning a climb off 3 years ago for Team Europe. Right now, they're both standing by with Christine.
Matt, thank you. I've got both Sean's here. Sean McCall, we'll start with you. I noticed you did not run in stage 3 to try to conserve your energy for stage 4 here. Do you feel fresh now?
I definitely do. I've had a couple hours rest. I completed stage 2, and I think I'm ready for this climb.
And Sean Bryan, we saw you injure your tailbone in stage 2. Is that going to be an issue for you here?
It might be an issue, but I think I can push through it.
Well, good luck to you both. I cannot wait to watch this competition. Matt Nockbar, back to you.
Thanks, Christine. Team USA and Team Europe racing 80 feet to the top of Mount Midoriyama for the title.
And Matt, this is going to be a good one. International pride on the line. Sean versus Sean.
I was pretty humbled when I was chosen to do the rope climb, but it's a little overwhelming. Sean McCall is undeniably the world's best ever rock climber, and it's quite intimidating.
The last time I climbed a rope was back in season 6.
Sean McCall is on the biggest ninja stage there is, stage 4.
When you're standing at the bottom of the rope and you look up, it looks endless to the top.
And he's up!
I made it about 2/3 of the way up, and it felt like I was gonna pass out.
Slowing down a little, but still incredible speed.
The adrenaline just kicks in, and you just go into your mode, you just climb.
This is going to be close. Oh my goodness.
3 years ago, I won the rope climb,
He did it!
but I'm not sure if I can do it now.
There's a lot of high expectations on me, knowing that the whole competition is relying on this one rope climb. I'm hoping I can put it all together and come back with a victory.
It's definitely a lot of weight on my shoulders, but that's what makes me strive as a competitor. We're gonna get back that trophy.
Take a look at how these two measure up. Sean McCall is 29 years old and Sean Bryan 32. McCall is 5'7" and Bryan 5'10". So the Papal Ninja will have a reach advantage over the climber. But McCall's only 130 pounds, so he'll have less weight to carry than the 163-pound Bryan.
Both these guys have already run tonight. Sean Bryan fell hard on his back. They're not 100%. They're going to need to gut it out through this.
And here we go. Sean versus Sean. And for the first time, they'll actually be climbing side by side, not individually.
And it's an 80-foot tower. That's like climbing an 8-story building. Their arms will be on fire. Just look at how high that is. It's a lot of pressure. Your team, your country is counting on you.
The crowd on their feet. Akbar, this is what they've waited for all night to find out which team will take home the title.
Matt, the energy here is unreal.
3 years ago, McCall brought home the title. First time for the Papal Ninja. Here we go!
Oh, there it is, Matt. He's off the race.
To Bryan. Oh, my!
Already 30 feet.
But McCall evening it up.
It's keeping that motion.
Oh, come on!
Oh, it's neck and neck. It's neck and neck.
50 feet, 30 more to go.
Oh, this is going to be close.
But now McCall making a move, pulling slightly ahead.
Come on, fight for it.
Sean Bryan.
Oh, my goodness.
But it's Sean McCall.
Oh. I don't know if he can get through that any faster.
Surged ahead at the end and brings home the title for Team Europe. He beat Sean Bryan by less than a second. McCall's time even faster than Isaac Caldero's $1 million winning run.
Well, Matt, you talk about international supremacy. Team Europe brought out Sean McCall, and he delivered.
Sean Bryan, what an effort, pushing the #1 climber in the world to his limit. competition.
Not much debate here. That's got to be our Palm Wonderful crazy healthy run of the night. Let's watch it again in real time. Sean Bryant seemed to get off the best start. He had a slight lead through the first 30 feet. Then Sean McCall closed the gap, and they were virtually side by side at the 50-foot mark and the 60-foot mark. But right there, McCall seemed to find another gear and pulled away in the last 20 feet, but they still finished less than a second apart. Look at these guys in slow motion near the end. Sean Bryant was giving it everything he had, but his feet were slipping on the rope, and he wasn't getting a good push-off. Compare that to Sean McCall. Look at his face and the concentration, even in those last few feet, when his arms had to be exhausted, he was still pumping like a machine.
And look at that, Team Europe rushing in to congratulate their teammate. It's been 3 years since they won, but once again, Sean McCall is the hero, delivering when it counts. Sean Bryant and Team USA put up a valiant effort, but in the end, it just wasn't enough. And what a night it's been. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. We saw breakout performances. Shocking falls.
No! Morosky? Oh!
And we got to witness the best ninjas from all over the world represent their countries. So after a phenomenal night of competition, in the end, it comes down to less than a second. It's Team Europe that climbs to the top on the back of Sean McCall's climb. Now, Sean, the past 2 seasons, Team Europe came up just a bit short on the final run. What was it like tonight on that final climb?
I mean, going head-to-head is completely different. You can always see the other person in your periffs. It was such a close race, and I think we did such an amazing job, and I'm really happy to take away the victory.
Akbar, do the honors.
Well, for you guys' second international win, Team Europe, congratulations. Here you go. All right, take that.